fictional story inspired by the actors' on-screen chemistry. The morning sun painted Istanbul in warm shades of gold as the city slowly came to life. The Bosphorus shimmered beneath a calm breeze, ferries crossed the water, and the streets echoed with the sounds of another busy day. Barış Arduç stood quietly on the balcony of a film studio, coffee in hand. It had been months since he had started searching for a project that felt different, something with emotion, heart, and a story people would remember for years. A meeting had been arranged to introduce the cast of an upcoming drama. When Barış entered the room, several familiar faces greeted him. Then the door opened once more. Elçin Sangu stepped inside with her signature calm smile. The room seemed to pause for a brief moment before everyone welcomed her warmly. "Good morning," she said. "Good morning," Barış replied with a friendly smile. Although they had worked together before, every new project felt like a fresh beginning. New characters, new emotions, and new challenges awaited them. The director placed a thick script on the table. "This story is different," he explained. "It isn't just about romance. It's about trust, hope, and finding the courage to become your best self." Everyone listened carefully. The first script reading began. As the pages turned, the characters slowly came to life. Their conversations flowed naturally, and every scene revealed another layer of the story. When the reading ended, the room filled with applause. "I think we're creating something special," one producer said. "So do I," Elçin answered. Barış nodded in agreement. Over the following weeks, rehearsals became part of their daily routine. Every scene required patience, teamwork, and attention to detail. Sometimes they spent hours perfecting a single conversation. Other times they laughed together after making small mistakes that lightened the mood on set. The crew quickly noticed the positive atmosphere. They worked together so naturally, one camera operator quietly remarked. "It's easy to believe every scene," another replied. The compliment made everyone smile. Outside the studio, fans eagerly waited behind the entrance each evening. Some carried posters while others simply hoped to wave hello. Barış and Elçin always tried to greet them whenever time allowed. "Thank you for supporting us," Elçin said one afternoon. "It means a lot," Barış added. The fans cheered happily. As production continued, the cast traveled to beautiful locations across Turkey. Ancient streets, quiet villages, mountain landscapes, and peaceful seaside towns became the backdrop for unforgettable scenes. Every location added something unique to the story. One evening, filming continued until sunset. The golden light covered the hills as the cameras rolled. "Perfect timing," the cinematographer whispered. The director smiled. Action. The scene required only a few simple lines, yet it carried deep emotion. When filming ended, the crew applauded once again. "That was beautiful," someone said. Barış and Elçin thanked everyone before preparing for the next day. Their dedication inspired the entire team. No matter how long the schedule became, they remained professional, respectful, and focused on delivering their best performances. Slowly, excitement for the project spread beyond the studio. Entertainment websites began discussing the upcoming series. Fans shared official behind-the-scenes photos, interviews, and production updates across social media. Anticipation continued to grow. Neither Barış nor Elçin paid much attention to the online speculation. Instead, they concentrated on the work itself. They believed that every memorable story begins with honesty, teamwork, and respect. As another filming day came to an end, both actors looked across the quiet Bosphorus before leaving the set. Neither of them knew how many unforgettable moments still waited ahead. The journey had only just begun, fictional story inspired by the actors' on-screen chemistry. The next morning began long before sunrise. The film set was already alive with activity as lighting technicians adjusted equipment and the production team reviewed the day's schedule. A gentle breeze drifted through the outdoor location, carrying the scent of the sea. Barış arrived early, as he often did. He enjoyed having a few quiet moments before filming began. Sitting near the waterfront with a script in his hands, he carefully reread the day's scenes, making small notes in the margins. A few minutes later, Elçin walked onto the set carrying a cup of coffee and a folder filled with script pages. "Good morning," she said with a cheerful smile. "Morning," Barış replied. "Ready for another busy day?" "I think so," Elçin laughed. "Let's hope the weather stays on our side." The sky was clear, but everyone knew coastal weather could change without warning. Soon the director gathered the cast together. "Today's scenes are important," he explained. "The audience needs to believe your characters have slowly learned to trust each other. Don't rush the emotions. Let every moment breathe." Everyone nodded. The first scene took place in a small cafe overlooking the Bosphorus. The set designers had transformed the location into a warm, inviting space filled with books, flowers, and soft afternoon light. Camera ready. Sound ready. Action. The conversation between the two characters unfolded naturally. There were no dramatic speeches, only simple words, quiet smiles, and meaningful pauses. When the director called, "Cut," the crew remained silent for a moment. Then applause broke out. "Beautiful," the director said. "Exactly what I imagined." Throughout the afternoon, they filmed several more scenes in nearby streets lined with historic buildings. Curious visitors occasionally stopped to watch from a distance, always respecting the filming area. During lunch, the cast gathered around a long table filled with traditional Turkish dishes. Conversations quickly shifted from work to travel, favorite books, and memorable filming experiences. Laughter echoed across the courtyard. One of the younger actors smiled. "I've learned something this week." "What is it?" Barış asked. "The best scenes aren't created by acting alone," the actor replied. "They're created by listening." Everyone agreed. As the sun began to set, the production moved to a scenic overlook above the city. Golden light spread across Istanbul while the Bosphorus reflected shades of orange and blue. The cinematographer looked through the camera. "This is perfect," he whispered. The evening scene required only a quiet walk through the park. There was almost no dialogue. Instead, the story relied on expressions, body language, and the peaceful atmosphere surrounding the characters. When filming ended, the director smiled proudly. "I don't think we could have asked for a better sunset." The crew slowly packed their equipment while photographers captured a few official behind-the-scenes images for the production's social media pages. Within hours, those photos were shared by thousands of fans around the world. People praised the beautiful locations, the elegant cinematography, and the anticipation surrounding the new project. Neither Barış nor Elçin spent much time reading the comments. For them, the most important goal remained the same: to create a story that audiences would genuinely enjoy. As night settled over Istanbul, the city lights reflected across the water. Tomorrow would bring another filming day, another challenge, and another opportunity to bring the fictional story to life. The journey was only beginning, and many unforgettable moments still lay ahead.